So the great outdoors is something that human beings have been enamored by since the beginning of time, but it seems like over the past few years we've become allergic to the natural world. I mean, if you look at the Government of Canada website, it states there that Canadians spend 90% of their time indoors. And if you look at the United States Environmental Protection Agency, over there it also mentions that Americans spend 90% of their time indoors. Now, I know that these are just two countries, but I think it's pretty fair to assume that this is rather consistent among countries worldwide, and especially consistent among countries that lie in the Western world. So you can look at this from multiple different angles to figure out whether this is good or not. But those are all angles for other videos. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 specific health benefits that you will experience by exposing yourself to nature, and hopefully that convinces you to spend some more time in the great outdoors. So the first benefit is cortisol reduction. So cortisol has many functions, but it is widely known as a stress hormone that mediates stress response. So if you're looking to lower your stress levels, then hormone-wise, lowering your cortisol is a great place to start. And spending time in nature has been a proven way to get that done. According to an article published by Harvard Health Publishing, spending 20 to 30 minutes in nature has shown to lower cortisol levels. Now, this was proven in an article published by Frontiers in Psychology, where they mentioned that there was a study done with 36 people who were told to spend at least 10 minutes in nature 3 times a week for 8 weeks. And these people were also told to stay away from stuff like social media, exercise, reading, and conversations, because those are all factors that can get in the way of an accurate measurement of one's cortisol levels. And the way they measured these people's cortisol levels was through their saliva. So they took their saliva samples before and after the nature outing. And eventually what they found was that spending 20 to 30 minutes in nature had the biggest decrease in cortisol levels, and after that, the stress reduction benefits accrued more slowly. So if you're looking to lower your cortisol levels, and if you want to lower your stress, then spending time in the natural world is something that you might want to look into. The second benefit is blood pressure reduction. So according to the National Library of Medicine, there were 20 trials done with 732 participants to measure and check the effects that the forest environment had on one's blood pressure. Now, the average age used in this whole experiment was between 18 and 80, and both males and females were involved in the study, so it was a very broad experiment. And what they found at the end was that spending time in the forest environments showed that it resulted in a significant decrease in one's blood pressure in comparison to spending time in the non-forest environments. So obviously having high blood pressure can lead to a lot of different cardiovascular complications like heart attacks. So spending time in nature is a proven weapon that you could use to help aid in avoiding those kind of situations. The third benefit is better sleep quality. So once again, according to the National Library of Medicine, there were 13 studies done to check the correlation between green space exposure and better sleep quality. Now, these studies were divided into 3 intervention studies. One was gardening, one was a walking program, and one was working in a forest. And what they found at the end was that 11 out of the 13 studies showed that green space exposure was associated with better sleep quality. Also, there was an article put out by the University of Washington Public School of Health where they mentioned that an international group of researchers did an experiment with 406 people from 4 countries, which were Spain, Lithuania, UK, and Netherlands. And the whole point of this study was to explore the participants' exposure to nature and the effects it had on different mental health indicators. Again, what they found at the end was that people who were in contact with surrounding greenness were 92% more likely to sleep well. So if you've been having a hard time sleeping, spending time in nature is something that you should definitely give a shot, because obviously it should help. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know we focused more on forest environments and green spaces in this video, but I think it's pretty fair to assume that whether it's blue spaces or mountains, being in nature is something really good for us, not just physiologically, but psychologically. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If you did, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, love you all. Take care.